Tonight on InnerSPACE,
bow down before me.
break out the wind machine. Sanctuary's Robin Dunne is joining us in studio. Hey everyone, welcome to InnerSPACE. I'm extra excited about tonight's show because sitting in for Ajay Fry, our special guest host, Sanctuary's Robin Dunne. Hello, sir.
It's great to be here, Teddy. AJ is roofied and in the trunk of my car, but it's padded, so that's fine. It's not bad if it's padded, right?
Did you tie him up? Because the guy's like Houdini. He can get out of anything.
I did tie him up, but only because he asked me to.
He did?
Yeah.
Off to an excellent start.
Yes.
Thanks for coming, man.
Yeah.
Now, aside from inundating you with questions about where we're going with Sanctuary with the remainder of the season, we've also got some other cool stuff, including talking to you about your new project with Amanda Tapping, Kristin, Kreuk, and Billy Boyd, and there are milkshakes involved, right?
Yes, it's called Space Milkshake, and we've just wrapped, and I can honestly tell you that I have no idea what the movie's about, but it was fun.
You're a producer on this, too, so you should probably figure it out.
I should probably. When are we going to get to that? Soon?
Very soon,
okay.
yeah. All right.
Awkward.
Well, also in tonight's show, we're going to meet a trio of comic book artists who, although work on different projects, all share a studio space, kind of a collective. It's
when
cool.
they fight,
yeah.
Does anyone win, or is it always a draw?
It's always a draw. Oh, because of the thing. Yeah.
They told me I had to do that when I came here.
No, you came up with that yourself. Now, we also have a story about a woman who inspires artists to create works of sci-fi and fantasy, so kind of a real-life muse thing.
Yes,
That'll be
and I've seen her pictures,
Yep.
and her body is amusing.
Amusing. The thing is, Robin, I don't know if you watch InnerSPACE, but I usually do the bad puns on the show. That's kind of my thing. So
really?
if you're here for AJ, you got to play by the rules.
Okay.
Is that
All
okay?
right. I won't be unruly then.
Oh,
that was good.
Why don't you introduce Cynthia for the news?
Okay, well, I will.
We'll do a throw.
Don't get mad, okay?
I'm not mad.
Is it a throw?
Yeah, that's what they call
Do
it.
I have to throw anything?
No, it's a TV term.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's Cynthia with today's top and bottom headlines.
Curveball. So there's that, a bit of an interesting odd message. Hanging with zombies,
It was festive in a kind of zombie sort of way.
So Mila was the one. Which one? She was. Did she? I don't know.
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
I don't know.
Ouch.
No, I just got a little confused there because it's. I mean, it's a lovely message though.
It's
a lovely holiday message.
Can we stay on the subject of zombies, though? Let's talk about Larry King.
Oh.
When he made this announcement about wanting to be frozen after he dies, some of the people around the table included Conan O'Brien, Seth MacFarlane, and Russell Brand. Their comedy brains must have just been exploding when he said this.
Yeah, but just to temper it, Tyra Banks was also there. That's a dinner party I would not want to attend.
That's
not so
odd.
funny.
Yeah.
No.
And how much longer does Larry need to live? I mean, hasn't he really covered all the bases? He's interviewed everyone. I mean,
True.
I don't know.
He's 312 years old.
I think he's already dead. No one's told him.
Would you want to be cryogenically frozen if the money was no object? Would you want to do it?
I think I would, but I wouldn't want all of me to be frozen because there's certain parts of your body you don't want to be cold.
I think I know where you're going.
Because of
what
what's
part
the
of your
medical
body?
you
term?
notice how I started here?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm
Yes.
talking about you, not me.
Oh yes.
Shrinkage is the term.
That's girls know about
Right.
that, right?
I would be-
They laugh behind your back about
Right.
that.
I'm
yeah.
seriously though, I'm petrified of death. I would totally be frozen.
You would be?
Even with shrinkage, I would.
Well, you might as well
Really?
do it now, I think.
Really? I
Yeah.
don't know. Really quickly, can we talk Chewie? Is this jumping the shark, having Chewbacca?
May I ask
on
you a question about this?
Yeah.
Nothing against Glee, but is nothing sacred? I mean, is C-3PO going to replace Ashton Kutcher on 2.5 Men? I mean, what is going on?
I think it's a terrible idea.
Yes.
Could be
Yes.
good. And also a terrible idea getting an actor in your show to direct an episode. It never turns out well.
Oh, ouch.
You know what? That hurt me in my heart part.
I'm sorry. I did love the episode you directed. I was just being hilarious.
I don't believe you. I can see it in your eyes that you're lying.
You can
Now,
see.
boys,
Yeah,
no
I
more
spelled it
fighting.
correctly.
We need
Okay.
to move on.
Okay, let's move on. All right, although fantasy art has never exactly been mainstream, there's a long history of models who have been the inspiration for characters in comics, sci-fi books, and of course, heavy metal album covers.
Indeed. Well, at HowlCon last month, I caught up with one of the biggest muses in the fantasy art world, who told me about her alter ego, Dracana.
Sorry, dude.
Ah, the French Xena. That's very interesting.
I know. I think they said they want her to French Xena.
Oh, I see.
And that was me who said that
Yes.
specifically.
Interesting.
Yes.
I like how she talked about how Dracana is the extreme version of her, and that's what it looks like. What would the
Yeah.
extreme version of Robin Dunne look like, do you think?
Well, aside from the extreme version that you see right here, which is.
He's pretty
extreme.
I think I'd like to have boobs.
Oh,
because,
really?
Because I have on the weekends I do a car wash.
Okay.
And no one ever comes and gets their car washed by me. But if I had boobs,
Yeah.
Then maybe,
I
you're
could just
right.
be,
Just doing that.
boom, yeah.
And then somebody can draw it on the side of your van, right?
Yeah.
You know, you can.
How do you know I have a van?
I'd like to see.
Because AJ's in the back.
That's right.
I'd like to see protruding chest hair on the
Absolutely.
extreme Robin.
Yes.
Really?
Well,
Just
when
like
we come
that.
back, we're going to be putting Robin, you, in the hot seat. You ready for this?
Yes, I'm
Is that your favorite seat in the house?
I love it.
Teddy and I have lots of questions for you about Sanctuary and another special project you're working on, so we're going to be asking you. Stay tuned.
Do it.
Coming up.
Be sure to keep it here where you can't be close, 'cause the secret's still keeping in a good in me.
We're taking a closer look at Robin Dunne's Space Milkshake. Wait, what?
If you wanna to the wild north. Be sure to keep it here where your coffee coast, cause the secret's still keeping ain't no good to me. When you're 6 feet under, all you hear the cries from a loud bitch just on a widow bride. When the screaming turns to seething, just won't bother me.
Welcome back. That was a clip from Robin's newest project, Space Milkshake. It looks amazing. Very rock and roll.
It was so fun to do. I mean, it's such a bizarre movie, as you could probably tell by the title.
Right, yeah.
But
What's it all about?
You know, it's really hard to describe, and I have this problem every time I try to describe to people, because people are like, what? Even when it was described to me at first, I was like, huh? Basically, it's about these 4 people who are trapped on a spaceship, and this rubber duck morphs to life and becomes a monster and tries to kill everyone.
Oh,
So
which was
very
originally
serious
the plot
drama.
for Citizen Kane.
Yes,
wasn't it?
I think it was. I
That's
think
the
definitely
first
was.
draft
Yeah.
of Citizen Kane.
But it's
Yeah.
an amazing cast. I mean, obviously, I got roped Amanda Tapping into doing it with me, and Kristin Kreuk is great, and Billy Boyd. I mean, it was a blast to do, and it's good to do a comedy. I mean, kind of a wacky comedy like that. It was great.
And this is a feature, right? A full length?
This is a total feature. Yes.
Cool.
So we just wrapped. It'll be out sometime mid 2012.
And it seems from the trailer that you play, how do I put it gently, a bit of a jackass. Is that the case?
Sort of. I was looking to play roles sort of closer to who I am.
Right, yeah. Do what you know.
You just call me a jackass?
No. I said the character seems jackass-ish.
Oh, right.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's just splitting hairs there.
Billy Boyd looks nothing like he does in Lord of the Rings. He's not very Pippinish in this.
I
Is
know,
his
he's
character very different?
No, yeah, he's definitely different. He kind of plays the captain of the ship, and we had a lot of fun, sort of him and I. There's like a jealousy going on, and it was a blast. He's definitely a cool guy.
And what, like, how did it come about? Because it's really an all-star of sci-fi actors, right?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of it's because it's a spoof, and we want to go for that sort of that angle. We decided to rope in as many sort of sci-fi actors as we could, and kind of have a mix of them. And I think with this cast and this kind of funny idea is a real treat, especially for the sci-fi fan.
And you get to act opposite a duck, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
exactly.
This is
Which
good.
isn't that the rule? Like, no, don't act opposite babies.
Kids, pets, and ducks.
And ducks.
Yeah.
Indeed. Well, on that
ducks.
note, in last week's episode of Sanctuary, we not only saw the return of Tesla, but Adam Worth was back too.
No ducks in last week's
No ducks.
Sanctuary,
No,
though.
there wasn't.
No.
Yeah.
And Adam was up to his usual tricks once again. This time, though, Will was right at the center of it all.
Now the world will bow down before me.
Good grief, the melodrama.
Jealous? I'll be out in the real world with Will's body while you'll be trapped in here. In this virtual hell forever.
And meanwhile, the nanite spreads like a virus to computers everywhere.
Total global domination, you know? I am a tad jealous.
Kind of the best of both worlds, isn't it? I couldn't have done it without you two crazy kids.
So this is goodbye.
Not that it hasn't been fun.
You sure you don't need an assistant?
I'll leave you both to your eternity now.
Loving the accent there, too. How hard was it to embody Adam Worth? Because I got to say, all joking aside, I mean, you did a really good job of it. It seemed like him.
It was really odd to be doing that. I mean, usually I don't embody people until after work.
Private time.
Shazam.
Awkward.
Awkward. A little bit. Too much information.
No, it was cool. I mean, it was weird because Ian Tracy, obviously wonderful guy, wonderful actor, wonderful, great on the show, and it was kind of weird to be trying to do an impression of him, and he's right there, and I just sat down with him at one point, and just like, I'm sorry, man, I don't know if I'm doing this well or not.
And what did he say?
He said, you just suck at being me.
You butchered me.
Yeah,
This
you
isn't the
butchered
first
me.
time you worked with him before. What's it like working with him in general? He's a pretty amazing actor.
He's a great, and he's such a great guy, and totally part of the maniac family that is Sanctuary. We love him.
I want to talk about another, obviously, main character on the show, the linchpin of the show, Helen Magnus. Zimmerman and
Helen.
Magnus.
Now, when you say linchpin,
Yeah.
because there's also Will, who's
No, but
pretty,
yeah.
integral to the.
He's very integral.
You know.
Yeah, I would even, when I say linchpin, I mean secondary character. It's Latin. It's Latin.
Yes.
For secondary
exactly.
character.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
A lot of tension between Will and Magnus in this season, though. Where are we going to see that go in the next few seasons? Because, I mean, they really had it out the episode before that with Abby.
Definitely that's a theme that's going through, and I think you're seeing the cracks in the relationship, and into the end of this season, you're going to see it head to sort of come to a head, and it's going to be a little bit of a problem. But I think it needs to happen between the two characters to sort of resolve that sort of this distrust that's been forming.
Do you think if she was actually faced with a choice between choosing between you and Tesla, as was suggested in this episode, who do you think she'd choose?
Tesla. Oh God.
Now, if Amanda Tapping were to choose between Robin Dunne and Jonathan Young, who would she pick?
I think she would just say Robin who?
Definitely Jonathan. Right?
Ruben Dune. Oh yeah, I don't know.
Absolutely.
I find it really fascinating. I love the plot point of Helen sticking around for over 100 years to wait to the point where she got sent back to the 1890s. Are we going to see that plot point paid off? Because she's developed a plan in this time. Correct?
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely, we're going to see it paid off, and that's kind of the thing that's the friction with everybody, particularly with Will, is because she's developed this plan, like you say, when she went away, and she can't really tell anybody. So, but yeah, it's definitely in the next episode, and then going into the finale, the two-part finale, you're going to see it all come together.
Cool.
Ooh, we open the floor up to you guys. We asked you any questions for Robin, and here's what you had to say.
Samantha Putnam wants to know, how was the singing on Fugue? The musical episode. Were you nervous? I want to know that too, because I got to say, I was surprised. Your singing voice was pretty good. Was that really you or auto-tune?
Why would you say you were surprised? That surprises me that you were surprised that I would not have the talent to be able to sing.
I think you're a very talented guy. I think you're excellent, but I don't think of you as a singer. I'm sorry, but you were good.
Pro Tools is a really great tool.
It's a powerful thing.
It's a really great tool. No, yeah, it was definitely nerve-wracking to get up there and sing. Not being a singer, as pointed out by Teddy.
Nicely, very nicely,
so
yes.
callously.
But we had some great people there. Andrew Lockington is our composer for the show, and he wrote the music with Damien Kindler, and it was just nice to have him there in the studio. We recorded all the music previous to shooting, and so yeah.
You did a lovely job. I felt
did.
the love and passion for Abby, and it was a bit heart moved.
This is how to do it.
This is how you be a sycophant.
Host. Yes. Vicky Woodcock says, I don't want to ask him anything, but could you smell him? I want to know if he smells good. Well, Vicky, I'm here to do your bidding.
Oh my God, I'm going to get smelled.
May I?
Oh,
May I?
God.
Oh. It smells like pineapple and hair.
That's right. A little
Guinness.
bit of... No, you're lovely.
And a stout there.
What do you wear?
I don't know. I think it's just my natural odor.
Pheromones.
Yes.
Definitely pheromones.
Yes.
Because pheromones are lovely, Vicky.
Powerful thing
Yes.
I've read
Thank you.
online.
Thank you very much.
Michelle wants to know, what are some things you'd like to see for Will / his character development when season 5 starts? Because there has to be a season 5, and will there be dancing involved?
I think I'd like to see Will just only communicate through dance.
Only through dance, intermittently.
Just
Yeah, that would be
dance.
interesting.
And also, I'd like to, I find it sad that they don't use all my skills on the show. I have danced, I sing, but I'm also a mime, and I'd like to maybe sort of have the.
Could you give us a quick taste?
The creators of the. Well, okay. Are you ready?
Yeah,
ready.
I don't want to make you.
Nope.
Okay. I just one little thing.
Yes,
okay.
go for it.
Now I'm going to pretend like there's a glass wall in front of us.
Okay. Yeah.
Ready?
We've got 5 seconds. Very nicely done. I love it. I love it.
Oh my
As
goodness.
always, we love hearing from you, so keep your comments coming. Comment on the mime. There's lots to say about that. There's our information.
Yeah.
You can contact us anytime and tell us, ask us questions, ask us to smell other people. We're loving it.
We'll smell anyone. That's really odd. Let's break out of this glass box.
Thank you so much for being here. Obviously, you can catch a new episode of Sanctuary this Friday at 10 p.m. and then see all of Season 4, including the final 3 episodes during our big Sanctuary Marathon, December 30th, starting at 11 a.m.
It's awesome, and of course, all part of our 12 Days of Space. Happy holidays to you, Mr. Dunne.
Thank you.
And do keep us up to date on developments with Space Milkshake.
Yes, I will.
Does your milkshake, your space milkshake, bring all the boys to the yard?
Oh, that's not nice,
No,
but
no.
it does.
It does,
It's a
I'm
song.
sure.
Pop culture
Very
reference.
nice.
Thanks, man.
Thanks. Boom.